lovely Flosstube friends, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is a slightly different video today. I knew that I had to do a video for the giveaway from the last video. So for those that got right to the end of the last video, you would know that I was doing a giveaway. I was sharing some of the love, and I had 4 charts to give away. So I asked you all to sort of tell me the charts in the comments if you would like to be entered into the draw. And I did say that today, which is Sunday the 17th of November, I would announce who were the winners. So I thought, well, since I'm going to be on and I'm announcing the winners of the giveaway anyway, I thought it made sense to bolt that into a bit of stitching, because I haven't done one of these Stitch With Me videos for so long. But time is just a problem. It's a problem. There's just never enough time. I really don't know where the time goes. It's that bad at the moment. At the moment, it's just like, well, if I don't hurry up and get a stitch on, there's going to be absolutely nothing to share with you at the end of the month, I can assure you, because, well, we'll go into that shortly. But first of all, I want to do the announcement for the lucky winners. I was going to do a screenshot of the whole random generating thing, and I thought, you know what, you don't need me to do that. I'm sure you trust me that I don't just sit there and pick people's names out. So it's literally, I done it on the YouTube random comments picker. So it randomly picked the comments for me. I didn't do this, it did it for me. So let me just show you the charts so that you can see. Okay, so there we go, as you can see. So the first one was Plum Street Samplers, Ghoul Tidings. So let me just check on my notes. So Ghoul Tidings, so the lucky winner is Cyndi Martinez. Is that the name? I will put the names somewhere, here, anywhere, just about. So you're the lucky winner of this chart. So I will, if you can contact me, there's an email address in the description box below, so you can contact me by email, or you can contact me by Facebook, Teresa Little Stitcher. So yeah, reach out to me, let me know what your address is, and I will pop that in the post for you. So the next chart that I was giving away was this hands-on design Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve goes to, is it Hilma Sinkinson? Again, names coming up, people. You're the lucky winner, so well done you. And again, please contact me, Facebook, email in the description box below. If you go down there, it's actually got a way to contact me, and I can get your address and pop that in the post for you. And then what else have we got? So this one, which is Witches Night Out. This is a Brenda Gervais chart. Witches Night Out is Dawn, is it Pape? P-A-P-E. Again, names coming up. Contact me if you're happy to give me your address, and I can pop that in the post to you as well. And finally, the last one was another Plum Street sampler, Love One Another. Here it is. And this one goes to, now how do we say this? Stephanie Hayashida, is that how I say that? Oh, do you know what? I hate saying names, because inevitably you're going to butcher the name, and I never like butchering people's names. So again, names coming up. So again, contact me and I will get that in the post to you. So congratulations to all the lucky winners. Yeah, there we go. Bit of love sharing. I'm gonna try doing this much more frequently. So on my videos, because I seem to have accumulated so much stuff, either through things that have been given to me to give away, or for me to sort of take to a retreat and put on the table. A lot of, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've got now, and I need to be, you know, I don't have enough time. I know I'm never going to stitch it all, and there's inevitably that whole, there's certain things that you you know, that you might have thought of stitching, say, a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, that you just won't stitch now. And that's sort of me. So my tastes have changed. But I think that's fine. I think taste can change. That's totally allowed. Well, that's what I tell myself anyway. So there you go. What else to tell you? Well, as you can see, it's a bit of a stitch with me. So I thought, well, since as I'm already doing a spot of stitching today anyway, I would get my stitching in here and I could show you my stitching, and I could do a bit of stitching and have a little chat. So as you can see, we are working on this one, which is Autumn Promise. It's a Judy Dixon design. There we go. Goodbye, Judy Dixon. And I got this off of the Etsy store Towels in Stitches. And they've got all of the Judy Dixons on there. But she does some amazing charts. So this is the one I'm currently working on. It's about to be switched out after I finish this second motif. But I thought, well, since as I'm sitting here doing this anyway, it would be good to sit and chat and stitch with you. So as you can see, I've got my Annie's Keeper. Look at those colours. I love these. I love these. You can see they're a bit scraggly, but that's only because they've come straight off the skein like that. So the colour that we're actually going to be stitching today, so it's a silken colour, so it's a thread gatherer's silk, and it is Peach Ghouls is the colour. This is the colour. Look at that. Is that not peachy or not? It's gorgeous. Love it. So that is what we are going to be stitching with today. And I have, so as you can see, I've done another outline border. This is the motif that I stitched last night. Yes. So I need to replicate that stitch in this square. So my plan is that I'm going to sit here and stitch that motif whilst I talk to you. Yep. I think I might need a bit of luck. So I've already got my needle threaded. So without further ado, let's crack on and do some stitching, shall we? What was I going to talk about? The lack of stitching this month. I can't even begin to tell you, people. I honestly thought that because it was winter, or now that it's winter, I would actually have more time for my stitching. But so far, that hasn't happened. Because I'm actually still very much in the garden against the clock, trying to get my tulips and daffodils in the ground, and all of my spring bulbs. So crocuses, snowdrops, bluebells, 1, 2, 3, you name it, it's going in the ground at the moment. I just seem to be planting bulbs continually at the moment. So it's just been craziness. But as well as that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 2 down. But as well as that, I've also been. My husband promised me that he would do a new pathway down the garden, but he just never got round to it through the summer. I think we got the stuff that we got the slabs, the granite brought in August. But obviously, because he's got a hobby that takes him away for the weekends, and he travels a lot, he just wasn't getting round to actually doing anything with it. So we had all the stuff sitting on the driveway, waiting to go, but it just never got done. So I said to him, don't think you're getting away with this. Well, Chris, you're not getting away with it, because the problem is as well as him not getting away with it, that means I don't get away with it, because I'm basically the one that does all the cement mixing and carrying the granite down to him, and he's the one that lays it. So guess what I've been doing for my sins? So yes, so as well as working on the weekends, and I've took a couple of days off, I have been out in the freezing cold, because what a great time to do it, middle of November. I have been out freezing myself silly, playing with water in a cement mixer and shoveling all the cement and the sand and the stones into cement mixer, barrowing it down to my husband all the way down the other end of the garden, and then using a what do you call it, a sack barrow to put the granite on out the front and traipse that down to him. So all he has to do is work his levels out and lay it. It sounds pretty straightforward. Do you know what? I don't know if there is a part of my body that doesn't hurt right now. I mean, I always considered myself to be quite fit with all the dancing and the sport that I've done. I honestly thought I was actually fairly fit, but even with the gardening and the dancing and the, going to the gym, I'm really not very fit, obviously, because everything hurts right now. Right, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one goes right down, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So yeah. So I have been slogging out in the garden, and in between each of the loads, and when there's a bit of a delay where obviously you're sort of doing something to work something else out, then I've been putting some bulbs in the ground. So I've been doing the typical womanly multitasking so that I could get 2 things done at the same time. But would you believe it? The pathway's still not done, far from done. And the bulb planting still isn't done. So I haven't actually completed anything, but we're making great progress. But because of that, I'm just spending so much time not stitching, because by the time I get in, take a shower, the last thing I want to do is stitch. I just want to sit or lay. So yeah, so stitching has been very much on the back burner. Right, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Where are we? 1, 2, 3. So that goes up 2. Does it go up 2? Must do. So yeah, so I've not really been achieving much of anything at the moment, apart from aching bones of freezing cold, of which I can't really complain too much. It's not been, I mean, I think we've had 1 or 2 frosts this month. So, I know that there's some people that have actually had snow, and I wouldn't want to be the person with snow, not right now. I'm rather hoping that we're going to get the rest of the pathway laid before any sort of real serious frost comes in. But we don't really we get the best of the weather where we're at the moment, or in general. You tend to find that that's why it's normally called the sunny south, because we never really get what I call the harsh weather, even in the UK. So right, hold on, we're counting again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where am I? So we've done those ones across there. Then we went down, and then we went up. Then we went down, and then we've gone back up. Right, okay, so I'm here. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 26. So I'm on 2 down. 28. As you can see, I still have not learnt the art of talking and stitching at the same time. Even on something like this, where you think, oh, actually that looks pretty simple. And then it's not, and you're like, damn it, when am I going to be able to actually stitch on something and talk to people at the same time? Okay, so we're going back up 2. So 1, 2. You can see, do you know what, when you're stitching these types of stitches, where it's not just cross stitch, it's like almost like a specialty stitch in its own right, you get a feel for how someone actually approaches their stitching, because some people use different points of what's already there as their reference point. Right, so where are we? So are we going back up? Yes, we are. So then we're going back up another 2. So if you see, I always stick my needle into the hole next to the hole that I'm in, and then come down one so that I know I'm definitely in the right place. It's really odd how I do what I do. Right, okay, so down to the end, right, up 2, 1, 2. As you can see, that one's just twisted, so untwist that little. Do you know what, I really do need to get a laying tool. I really do need to get one. I did have one. And I don't know where it went. And I can't, for the life of me, I can't find it. But this sort of, so this is like a satin, it's like a satin stitch, but it's a satin motif. And this sort of stitch really could do with a laying tool. I should really invest in one. Maybe I should ask for one for Christmas. Then they wouldn't know what they're buying, if I'm honest. 1, 2, that's 3. So now we're going to go up another 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2. So I've basically been using my finger when it sort of looks like it's twisting. I don't think it's necessarily the right way of doing it, but that's what I'm doing. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got one more to take us to the top. And that going up 2 from there. 1, 2. That's it. And then we come in. Hold on. I thought so. I've already gone wrong. Have I? Hold on. 4 across the top. 1 small one. Then up again. Then down again. Up again. Right the way down. Yeah. See, I need to... This is the problem with talking and stitching. But I'm pleased to say it's not very hard to unpick, as you can see. Right down to the bottom. Okay, that's my middle point. As you can see, I work with a really, really big thread for this. I can normally get 2 sets out of 1 thread. Okay. Maybe I should just talk to you about my stitching whilst I'm stitching it, so that I'm actually concentrating on what I'm doing. Hold on. Right, okay, so let's have a good look at this. Okay, let's take him back out of there. Right, so I'm in the middle of my design. Is that the middle? Right, so up across the top, then we go down, then we go up, then we go down, then we go up again, then we go down, up, down. Okay, so at this point we need the bottom to go up, and then we're going to go up 2, 2, and then we're going to go up 1 more there, and we're going to go up 2, and then we're going to go up 1 more there. How many is that? 1, 2, so then we go up 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1 more, up 1, up 2. Right, now we're at the top of there, so up 1 more, and we're going to come back down to 1, 2, and then up 1. None of it actually is exactly the same, so that's the reason that I'm having to count. So they're not mirroring the same. 2, 3, so that's a small one. So then, where are we? We're going up there, and then we're going to go all the way up to there. Is that right? That's right. And then up, down 1, up, down 1. That can't be right, surely. As you can see, I'm not very good with this stitch with me whilst I'm talking to you. And this just is an explanation as to why I don't do it very often. And I know a lot of people turn around and say, well, you know, you get a bit of stitching and you do the outline so that way, whilst you're stitching and chatting, you're actually just filling in. I don't really have any charts that do that. So it makes it really difficult. I can't do that. I have to do my actual stitching. Right, okay, where are we? Okay, this video is going badly, like really badly. I can't believe that it's took me all day to get this far, only to realise that the camera wasn't actually recording whilst I was stitching. So in actual fact, I achieved this much stitching. This is going to be the shortest stitch with me video because I'm really annoyed now and frustrated that that hasn't worked. Basically, I've just sat there waffling on, stitching, and the camera froze. And because the camera froze, you couldn't actually see what I was stitching anyway. I've actually frogged it about 3 times and then gone back again. So yeah, this is not going well. So, oh, sorry, you nearly saw my chart then, didn't you? Very nearly. Right, so let me think, because the way I do these is this little symbol here is basically you stitch this and then you stitch it around here and you stitch it around here and you stitch it around there. So it's 4 lots of the same thing. To achieve that, because obviously I've struggled with rotation, I turn my chart on its side so that I can make sure that I'm rotating in the right direction. So that should be correct now. Yes. So we're going to try this again, and if this camera stops, I'm just going to forget it and not bother, because yeah, it's not helping the cause, considering that all my best laid plans for today haven't gone according to plan from start to finish. Don't you find that when you actually got a plan in your head of what you're going to do, and then actually when it comes to doing it, it just doesn't go at all according to plan? Okay, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. At least now I've got these I've got a line that I follow now. So we're going to come down 2. And then we're going to go up 1. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Can you see what I'm doing? Is it in focus? I can't see what you can see. Oh, that's not focused. That looks a bit better though. Okay, so stop talking, Teresa. Okay, so that's down 2. And then we're coming up 1. Then we're going to come up 1 again. That's 3. Is it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this one. These patterns are so easy to follow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're so clear. Every single stitch is actually like you get a diagram of the stitch with all of the numbers on it so that you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. I love it. So where are we? That's the small one. So now we're going to go up 1, up 2, and then this one goes up 2, and then this one comes down 2. Okay, 1, 2, and then this one comes down 2. That can't be right, can it? So hold on, we've got 4 across the top. It comes down 1, goes up 3. 1, 2, 3. Then it comes right down, yep. And then it comes up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that is right. And then it goes down 2, down 2 again. I should really follow the numbers rather than following the... So we're down 2, down 2. So down 2, down 2. I'm going to go down 2. Oh, we are in the right place. And then the last one is down 2 again, which is in line with that one. Perfect, look at that. Right, so that is number 30. So now I need to come, which way am I going with it? I'm coming back. Right, so come on, Teresa, think. You've been going downwards, now you're coming back up. Right, okay, so with this one, in 1, up 2, 1, 2. In 1, up 2 is 34. In 1, up 2 is 36. 36. In 1 and up 2 is 38. So this is how I have to do it. So I'm just going to sit here counting numbers at you. And then this one's going up 1 at the bottom and down 2 at the top. 1, 2. Camera's still going, that's got to be a good sign. So that's 40. 41. That's coming down 1. It's 42, and that one's coming up. That's going down 1. It's 44. And then we're coming up 1. And this one needs to go in line with that one. So that's 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. This is all the ones that come across. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then we need to finish our thread. And as you can see, we've already done half of that, which is what this one will look like. I think I'm done with this stitch with me. I don't think this is working. I'm not sure I should do stitch with me's because they just don't seem to work. I can't seem to stitch them and talk to you at the same time. I mean, I probably could do better with the stitch with me live because... Or could I? No, I'm not sure I could. But I could just sit and read comments. No, it won't work either. Oh, I don't know the answer. Why can't I stitch and talk at the same time? I don't know how you guys do it. Honestly, you sit and listen to people like Michelle Bendy Stitch. Who's the other ones? Michelle Bendy. Do you know what? I feel like I've got brain fog at the moment. I don't know if it's menopausal that's causing it, but things come to the forefront of my mind. I know what I'm thinking, but the name of people or things are just not there. They're there. I know what they are, but it's just getting... That's it. Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. Ginger Gerald, he does stitches with me and he chats and stitches at the same time. Who's the lovely lady who's in, is it Hawaii? But this is it. I just don't see. Oh, and the one that's all about the cats. Oh, see, I know who you are. It's just not coming to me. But I know it's there. I know it's there. This is not turning out to be a very good video. Maybe I just won't post this up because this is just... Yeah, this is Teresa on a bad day. So this is what happens when I've spent almost 5 hours trying to get everything set up and everyone out of my house to be able to do this video. And then when it actually comes to doing the video, I can't do it. Because either I've got brain fog or I can't stitch and talk at the same time, or the setup won't work, or the camera breaks, or yeah. Well, it's an amusing video if nothing else, and I did actually come on and achieve what I wanted to achieve, which was to announce the winners of the giveaway. The stitch with me, maybe you didn't really stitch with me at all, because a lot of my ramblings actually was with the camera that wasn't on, so you probably won't see that portion because I'll edit that out. Then you'll only actually see me sitting here being all rather deflated because my little stitch with me video hasn't gone according to plan. But that's just to show you people that technology, and you know, when you watch people that do Flosstube and we're uploading these videos and you've got, you know, we look like we're so organised and that everything's just so, and we're organised, we've got the technology to do it and everything just goes tickety-boo. It doesn't. It's so difficult. 9 times out of 10 there's at least 9 takes. Or the camera stops working, which is what happens in my case all the time. Which, is it still working? Yeah, look, sod's law. I'm not stitching now. As soon as I'm not stitching, the camera's working. Look, you can see my fingers. But when I'm actually stitching, it won't do it. It won't do what I want it to do. So yeah, there you go. Little rant. Needed that. It's been a hard day considering I've not really done anything, and now I don't actually feel like I've achieved very much. Apart from, I did get half of my motif done. Although, you didn't actually see me stitching the motif, and when you did see me stitching, all you saw was me counting. So, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, maybe you find it funny that I can't talk and stitch at the same time, and maybe it doesn't bother you that I just sit there shouting numbers out at you because I'm counting whilst I'm doing it. I don't know. Maybe it's not the right type of project to do this on and try and do a stitch with me. I mean, to be honest, I think the only one that I've actually done really well on at stitch with me is my peacocks, but that was only because I was doing big blocky colours of one colour. But the minute I try and do anything else, yeah, it just goes to pot. My brain goes to pot. I go to pot. The stitching goes to pot. The camera stops working. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. But there you go. So anyway, it was a bit more than just a, hello everyone, here's the announcement, bye everyone. On that note, I'm now going to spend the next maybe hour to hour and a half dismantling my little setup here and editing this video if I can and uploading it for you. There will be a video at the end of the month for my monthly update, but I will say now, the topics that I was going to actually talk about in this video whilst I was stitching was supposed to be about obviously working on the path. I've spent a lot of time bottom end up digging in the dirt for most of this month, because obviously it's bulb planting month. So that's been basically, if I've not been at work and there's actual daylight, I've been that crazy person at sort of 7 o'clock in the morning out there in a woolly hat and, you know, wellies. Yeah, bottom end up digging in dirt, because that's how I roll in November. And I have done so many bulbs, it's unreal. What else was I going to tell you? Obviously the garden path, that's like an ongoing project, but obviously when I'm not working and my husband's at home, we've been out in the garden doing that as long as we have daylight. So the last thing I want to do then when I come in is actually do any stitching. And then obviously we've got the whole, we're ramping up for Christmas, and I've got the family coming to me, and obviously it's Christmas presents. I still haven't got my Christmas tree up, which is very unlike me. I would normally have my Christmas tree up by now. And obviously I haven't got the presents yet, so I'm just starting to do that. So yeah, this month, I think this month is going to be a bit of a tricky one. I think once I get into December, it'll be fine. Once the garden is put to bed, the pathway is finished, and all I've got to do is go to work and get Christmas presents, my stitchy time will come back. But then, yeah, it will. And I need a plan. I need to try and have a much more laid out plan of what I'm going to do for 2020. Given that I've now got so many projects that I want to start, and I'm like, I just want to start everything. But then I don't imagine that I'll get anything finished. Who knows? Who knows what 2020 is going to bring. But I do need to start structuring the plan. I mean, I must admit, I've got to be honest, I don't know how you all have a plan, or whether you just wing it. I mean, I know that Jessie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, I mean, it does make me wonder, does she start, Jessie, I don't know if you watch my videos. I mean, if you don't, that's fine. But if you do, and you hear this, I'm intrigued to know when you start your planning for your following year. I mean, is it something that you plan for 6 months ahead? Do you spend 6 months sort of, you know, thinking about it and sort of laying it all out and organising it and structuring it? Or do you just sort of get to, you know, November and go, right, okay, what am I going to do for next year? What excitement am I going to do? Because I'm intrigued to know how you do it and how you approach it, because I've got to the point that it's like, well, I don't even know where to start. You know, I know what whips I've got. I know what I'm working on. I know what I want to work on, which is everything. How does that help me in any way, shape or form? Oh, I don't know. Right, well, I've waffled enough. I've not really done that much stitching, but we did this. I know you didn't see me stitching all of this because the camera problem, but hey ho, I stitched it. So I'm feeling better about it already. I will see you all at the end of the month with a usual monthly update. If I can find a project that has nice big blocky colours, or where I can do a bit of outline so I can just fill in and stitch and chat, then maybe I'll try attempting another Stitch With Me at some point. But I don't think I'm going to try it on anything unless I've got a way of doing it where I don't need to concentrate really on what I'm doing, because I just don't seem to be able to do two things at once when it comes to my stitching. It's terrible. But anyway, that's enough waffling for me. Thank you for hanging out with me if you're still here. Congratulations again to all those lovely winners. Don't forget to contact me and I will get those in the post to you. I just need your address. And until next time, bye bye for now.